Hi folks, just another video of mine highlighting the issues that we've had here in the UK in obtaining Matchbox die-cast cars. I had an hour phone call with a senior sales support chap from Mattel, who's based in the New York State office. And I highlighted all the issues that we've had ever since 2015, when Mattel UK stopped supplying Matchbox to the UK distributors, but Mattel UK are still supplying other products of the Mattel family to them. Asda in 2015 became the exclusive Solos reseller of Matchbox in the UK, but unfortunately that didn't exactly go to plan. You see, Matchbox has quite a lot of products. Currently we have Matchbox 1 to 125. Which comes out on a yearly basis in batches starting from A through to M. We have the Matchbox Best Of range, which is 12 vehicles based on real life manufacturers. We have Matchbox Skybusters. We also have Matchbox Globe Travelers. We have multi-packs of Matchbox, which come in packs of 3, packs of 5 and packs of 9. And also as well we have other spin-off Matchbox products which are based on military vehicles and aircraft. However, the UK market has only seen 2 aspects of the Mattel range of products, which has namely been the Matchbox 1 to 125s and also 5 packs. We have not seen any of the others. So since 2015 I have been in contact with Mattel UK on numerous occasions, highlighting the issues, asking questions. Why has Asda been chosen as a Solos reseller? Why are Asda only selling a select few items of Matchbox range and products? But unfortunately it's fallen on deaf ears. In 2017 I started to use LinkedIn as a platform to highlight issues in terms of posts using the hashtag Make Matchbox Great Again, and I've also done articles on LinkedIn showcasing the numerous issues with Asda, not just here in the UK but also regards to other people around the world that have been having issues with obtaining Matchbox. So those of you that are on Facebook, there is actually a page called Make Matchbox Great Again, which is now starting to gain a bit of interest. LinkedIn, if you in the search box of LinkedIn put in hashtag Make Matchbox Great Again, you'll see quite a lot of posts that I've made, and also be able to see some articles as well that I've written. These posts and articles have reached quite a lot of people in Mattel. They've generated combined thousands of views a lot of Mattel employees from past and present have viewed him. On Twitter and YouTube, you'll be able to see not only my highlights, but also other people's issues in terms of sourcing Matchbox. And also on YouTube, you'll be able to see a few vlogs that I've made whilst I've been shopping for Matchbox in my local Asda store, which serves a population of 250,000 people. So when you're in your own time, obviously feel free to read those. But yes, so anyway, just over a week ago, I have received a phone call from Gary, who is a long-term employee of over 20 years with Mattel. He is a senior sales support manager, and so had a good chat with Gary and told him what the actual problems were, what we are receiving, what we haven't received. And quite frankly, Gary was somewhat a little bit shocked and totally surprised, and the ancestral home of Matchbox has suffered a long-term drought. So yes, so I just over a day, well, 48 hours ago, I received this case from Gary. Thank you very much, Gary, for this. He's actually sent me in a way a thank you to highlight the issues that I've made and the analysis I've made over the years. And yeah, so anyway, I've removed the actual labels that contain my personal details on, and I've actually opened scored along the box for me to actually open. So I'm just going to show you now what's actually been sent to me. So let's take this bubble wrap away. So this here is the best of range. Let's just bring this down. Okay, best of range was not available to the UK. So here we have a Land Rover Range Rover Sport in real life, made here in the UK, but unfortunately this model and this set not available to the UK. This set also included a Bentley Continental, which is made in real life at Crewe here in the UK. Also contained a London Routemaster bus, which still seen on the UK roads on a daily basis. And also, as part of this set, contained an Austin Mini, which it's a classic icon of vehicle from the 60s and 70s, and still part of everyday life. But unfortunately, this set not available to the UK market, and this set was actually available 3 years ago to the Americas and to some parts of Europe. But yeah, unfortunately, bit of a shame really, because obviously Mattel pay a lot of money to vehicle manufacturers to use their licensing rights. But what a shame that this set was not available to the UK. I mentioned Skybusters to you earlier on. Unfortunately, we've not seen Skybusters in the UK now for, crikey, well over 5 years. Skybusters has been around since the 1970s and has originally started off on using real life aircraft, both military and civilian types. Yep. We have here some various types of aircraft based on real life and also fantasy and generic. Also as well, we've actually got a bat plane from Batman movies. But yeah, years ago we would have aircraft like the F-14 and also commercial airliners and other civilian types available in single packs. So these models would be freely available to purchase here in the UK. But unfortunately, we've not seen these in the UK. Ironically, the latest Skybusters contain the Typhoon jet, which is actually made by British Aerospace here in the UK, of which our Royal Air Force have quite a large number of them. The Skybusters also contain the F-35, of which our combined Navy and RAF have 140 aircraft between them. We have, of which, been ordered 140. We've actually received 14 of them, and 9 of those are now in operational flight. So what else have we actually got? Okay, so we have 5 packs. So this one here is part of the rescue pack. Matchbox release a variety of assortment vehicles in multi-pack aspects. So this here is one of the 5-pack ranges. So we've got a German emergency services BMW motorbike and 4 American vehicles. So this one is from 2018's release. So this one here is current 2019 release of vehicles. So on the back here, manufactured for and imported into the EU. So this one here is should be available to the UK market. Unfortunately, this set has not appeared here in the UK yet. So let's see what 2019, because unfortunately my local Asda today, being Saturday the 26th of January 2019, has still not had any new Matchbox nor Hot Wheels delivered. So here we have a 3-pack set here, which has been widely available here in the UK. 3 packs. The Lidl, who are a German supermarket, have got numerous stores here in the UK. Last year they actually sold quite a lot of 3 packs. This one here is dated 2016, so this is when the models are actually put together in terms of on the drawing board and licensing aspects for 2017 release. So we have 3 packs. Now then, Matchbox 1 to 125. Now this is quite a controversial aspect here. Matchbox was originally created as a pocket money toy, and started off in the 50s as being a few select models, and then it came on to originally 1 to 75, so there'd be 75 in a set, and would come in a matchbox, so like this. But namely, for a lot of people, I've got an example of this. There we go. This is there we go, from the 1960s. So this is what the original ones here. So it goes, this is basically Land Rover. This is a series 2, I think this one is. So yeah, so this one is a Land Rover Safari. So yes, this is what Matchbox originally used to be like. So yes, in regards to be 75 vehicles, and would be based on real life vehicles, and then over the years the range has expanded to now become 125 vehicles, and there would be some non-realistic vehicles, or what is known as generics, whereby they would be loosely defined on real life vehicles. So what we have here, okay, I think this one is supposed to be modelled on a Scania, but unfortunately Mattel and Matchbox have not been able to get the licensing rights to use the proper tooling and moulds to create a proper Matchbox, nor Matchbox Scania, or use the Scania name, and therefore have effectively called it a Grass King. So yeah, so this is what the models are now really. Would have thought that over the time, in terms of the costs of creating these, that Mattel would have saved a bit of money and gone back to the basics of going back to the original numbers of 1 to 75, and therefore emphasis could be concentrated on proper generic, or on proper registered models. And noticed, there we go, in terms of this one here, see basically this is a proper licensed vehicle in terms of using Volkswagen. So this is a Volkswagen GTI. This is actually quite a bit weighty on here, because a lot of the this is true die-cast model, whereby on here, as you can see, there's the cab is metal, but the rear of it is plastic. So that's where big differences over the years, which is in terms of the collectors have been somewhat annoyed with, worldwide collectors. But yeah, no, I'm very happy with regards to what's been received in this box. Thank you very much, Gary. So we've actually got a Tesla Model S. So see, with regards to you know, lots of money there's obviously been spent in terms of licensing. So obviously Volkswagen and obviously Tesla, you know, very large, you know, worldwide you know, brands. Oh right, okay. So here we have a another model here. Again, looks like it's supposed to be based on a Scania, but regards to generic name. So yeah, there's a bit more metal on this one. It's quite a weighty model. We have another generic name model here, Cliffhanger. So imported. So there we go. So these ones here are imported into the EU. So yeah, unfortunately, a lot of last year was the 65th anniversary of Matchbox. Unfortunately, my local Asda only received cases F, K and M out of cases A to M, because new batches are released on a monthly basis. This here is what's known as a tool card, which is basically international models. The UK versions, the cards come to around about roughly that tall. There's 72 in a case, of which there'll be between 18 and 24 individual unique models, with the remainder of the models would basically be duplicates of those. But unfortunately, my Asda, as and when they actually received the cases, would only receive 1 or 2 cases. My Asda is in a city that serves a population of 250,000 people, so you can probably tell that it's been very difficult to source Matchbox in my local store. Where Matchbox has been available, you'll probably see from my vlogs, if you do a search on YouTube for hashtag Make Matchbox Great Again. You'll see that only the 1-to-1s and 25s and the 5-packs were available. So here we have another 3-pack, which again contains a generic model, but 2 real-life models here. So we've got a Russian missile launcher, and also I think that this is the Chevy Trailblazer, if I'm not quite, if I'm not wrong. That's just our, yes it is, it's a Chevy. So yeah, so and this one here is 2017 releases, and lo and behold, 9-pack vehicles. So yeah, when the Matchbox was in the early to mid 80s, Matchbox was owned by Universal Toys, and used to be able to in the UK get multi-packs of Matchbox in these type of sets, which would be the actual standard releases that you get individually, but obviously in packs of 9. So yes, we've got a couple of generic models here that are based on loosely based on real items, but we've got 7 real life vehicles here. So we've got the speedboat here with a little bit of detail in terms of a water base, but we've got a Mustang, we've got a Bronco, and obviously a Volkswagen Barger Beetle, so yeah, so obviously yes, very happy with these. Thank you very much, Gary. I do hope that Mattel do see a bit of a sense really in terms of supplying the ancestral home of the UK with all these and more of the Matchbox products. It seems to be don't know what's actually happened. No one will actually admit the reasons why we've seen aspects of Matchbox decline, because over the years Mattel has flooded the UK with Hot Wheels, but unfortunately it seems now that there's a lot more of the fantasy and generic models are coming now through here in the UK, which sadly are not actually selling rather well here in the mainstream supermarkets and toy shops, and are now starting to be sold in the discount stores here in the UK, such as Poundland, which is the US equivalent to Dollar Tree, and even some of those now are struggling to sell. So as my local Poundland has today currently had 6 cases of Hot Wheels in the same type of tool card, blister card, and most of those were fantasy and generic brands, but unfortunately there was quite a lot of those. Hot Wheels usually flies out Poundland, but I've noticed that to the Poundlands that I've been in, both locally and on my travels, are struggling to get to sell them. My local Smith's Toys has been selling the Jurassic World Matchbox. They have been heavily discounted because they've been cost too much originally to start off with, but they've now been reduced to £1.50 and £5.41 for the 5-packs. And even those at the moment are struggling to be sold, because my local Smith's store has got loads of them right on top of the tall shelves. But I shall leave it here for now. Thanks a lot for watching, and Gary, thank you very much for sending me these. I'm very happy, especially with regards to the best of Range Rover, and also the Skybusters with the F14 Tomcat. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. Bye bye.